And special thanks for always keeping yourselves on the DBS business. Now remember, every time it's DBS business, it's all about the market code. And remember, the market code is your business identifier, always getting you to your dream business or business investor. Quick, fast, and it's always made possible. Now more than ever, I'm yours truly, Shadrach Shagaf Kisame. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in this contemporary world that we live in, we walk day by day, but there are a lot of challenges. And for the women, it has become the story of the day. We're talking loss of parents, we're talking sexual abuse, we're talking discrimination. I'm telling you, the list is so much endless. Unfortunate loss of spouses, and I'm saying husbands, where they lose their husbands and they are displaced. There's nothing to talk about. Business thrown out, houses, they are thrown out. So they are left with nobody but to cry to the Lord, who, you never know, perhaps he could be able to help them. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I have a philanthropist who is on set. She is emerging, and I'm telling you, she has done a lot. From humble beginnings of the Kawempe Rotary Club, where she started doing her philanthropic works and charities, now onto empowerment. Anything empowerment, anything girl child, anything women disadvantaged. I know you guessed it right. We're talking Dr. Kulthum. She's the one, and she's on set. She joins me tonight, but after the break, we come back with her and we discuss. Do not go away. I'm coming back. Hi, my name is Shadrach Shagaf Kisame. I know you may or may not even know me. However, that is not important. The important part is, allow me introduce or even bring to you what could actually turn out to be your business kickstarter or even business lifesaver. You see, in our day-to-day endeavors to make that extra dollar, for some, that only dollar, the biggest barricade, the biggest frustration, and even the biggest hindrance turns out to be the knowledge gap, the business gap. Provided the outcome is income, your dream is valid. We will be coming to you live with business exclusives, business nuggets, and business insights. Above all, business interviews from your international top business moguls. Ladies and gentlemen, I have good news for you. The Hub Channel by DBS. Now, it's very important to note that if you are a girl child or you are a parent to a girl child, are you a widow or are you just a disadvantaged woman? You better sit back, relax, better lean forward or even stand up, because my guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, she has every answer that you may need, and she can actually turn your misery into something to talk about. But remember, we're broadcasting here in Munyonyo at Salama Road at the .NET Broadcaster Studios. Now remember, we are a production house for all your live streaming of events, content creation, TV shows, name it. The list is actually endless. We have you sorted. Not forgetting our beautiful and also tasty Nana cakes for all your events, weddings, birthdays, graduations. The list is still endless. Nana cakes got you sorted right there. But welcome to the show, and thank you for joining me, Dr. Kulthum. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Thank you, Shadrach.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Kindly say hi to the people who are watching you and introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, viewers. My name is Dr. Kulthum. I'm a teacher by profession. I'm a Rotarian. I love doing humanitarian work. I'm a mother. I'm married. I'm a business person.
Right.
I love education.
Right. On the show here, the outcome must be income for us.
Okay.
Yes, but thank you for the work that you're doing. I must respect, and for that point, I would like to ask you to introduce your foundation and what it actually does. Throw for us a light.
Okay, thank you so much. I do have a foundation in the names of Dr. Kulthum, Charity Foundation.
Right.
I basically look at empowering a girl child and women. I look at teenage mothers, widows, orphans, and these young girls that are growing up. It's where my focus is.
Right. You know, when COVID hit, a lot of people are really disadvantaged.
Yeah.
People, there's nothing to talk about, especially for the girl child. But I just want to find out, how is your foundation reaching out to these people? Because for now, they do not even know you have it, but how are you reaching out to these people?
Actually, I normally use local leaders.
Right.
Yeah, I use local leaders to reach to those vulnerable girls, because the local leaders know these girls. So in case of any activity, or in case I need to talk to these girls. I use the local leaders and they organize them and I reach them and I look into their problem. I bring them to my foundation to support them.
How impactful have local leaders been? They have a history.
They are really supportive. Yeah, because when we look at the lockdown, many of our girls got pregnant, very many. And there was a time when I reached to them and I told them that, you know what, I need to speak to these girls, I need to see them. And over 500, just in Kawempe, girls were brought to me. So they are really hands-on. Yeah, they're supporting me.
This is actually out of what we want to discuss. I'm digressing, but you are a mother and I would want to pick your point on this. You see, before lockdown, when the kids were in school, the rate of the pregnancies, the girls you're handling was low. But now they're home, they're with their parents who are supposed to be guarding them. There's so many pregnancies. Are we saying that school was playing a much better role than the parents themselves?
I think it did. You know, parents are also unserious nowadays.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. Despite the fact that parents were in the lockdown, but they used to go to neighbors for kabozi instead of being at home and looking into the family and looking after these girls, you know, bonding with them, learning their children. But it was very, very absurd to know that, you know, that the girls were at home and they were being molested or sexually abused by their biological fathers, uncles, relatives. It was so absurd.
Before we keep diving in the discussion, I would want to know, paint for us a picture. How did you conceive this? When did you start and say, hey, okay, I want to help girls? How did that come about?
Of course, I grew up seeing these things because I'm born in Boise and it's somehow a slum area. And I was just fortunate that my parents were really responsible. I come from a very Islamic family. My father was really so strict on our nurturing, and my mom. So I looked at these young girls dropping out of school. I was in boarding section, but when we came back from boarding section or it's end of term, you could hear, your friend got pregnant, the other girl got pregnant. It was the story. So I grew up with very many questions in my brain. Why is this like this? Yeah, so as I grew up into a big girl. I said I have to go back and support these girls.
Before we go for a short break, I just want to pick your thoughts. Is community somehow responsible for this?
It is. It is.
100%?
Yes, it is. Because we are no longer into the other values. You know, in years back, a child belonged to the community. But nowadays, society is decayed. Your child is your child. I don't mind. A parent can even pass by a child and, you know, doing nasty things, and they do not care. No, it wasn't about kajanja. It was, I think, passion, the love, the moral values. But nowadays, they don't want to know. Every child on their own.
Parents don't want to know. On that point, let's go for a short break. But when we come back, we're still talking about women empowerment. Everything empowerment, you guessed right. Dr. Kulthum, do not go away. All right, now rich or not, poor or not, wealthy or not, famous or not, helping is the principal thing. Help someone, give a hand today. That is the focus of our show tonight, and we're talking to Dr. Kulthum here, but guess what? She has actually gone full force. There's nothing stopping her, but remember, we're still broadcasting here in Munyonyo at Salama Road, and you're live on DBS Business. Dr. Kulthum, I just want to find out, as you're onboarding the girls, Do they pay something? Is it free of charge? What is the mode of entry?
Actually, they don't pay. These are very needy girls. They cannot afford payment. They just come free of charge, and we try. I have a colleague called Hajat Zamzam. I need to recognize her.
Right.
Yeah, she works hand in hand with me. So they come just free of charge, and we see how to support them because they come from very needy families. Yes.
So I just want to find out as I enter into my next question. Let's say, for instance, how they come. Do we require what state they come in? Others come extremely sick. Others come maybe with a child already. They need a lot of supplies. Do you have a partner? How are you being able to facilitate this program?
I actually, the biggest part of the program is sponsored by myself. Though I have some few partners like the Girl Guides Association in Uganda,
Right.
Days for Girls, Ph.D, some few partners. They've come on board to support these girls, especially during the lockdown, because pregnancies were too much, and everyone felt touched about it. And our girls were being exploited just because of a sanitary towel.
Yeah.
Yes, you could listen to their stories and you could not believe it. Girls are so delicate, so vulnerable. A girl can spoil her life in just 3 minutes.
Are the
Just 3
parents,
minutes.
are the parents doing what is enough to this delicacy? I feel like you people are not doing enough. Train them as hard as you train us.
As parents, I don't know, parents of nowadays are not as serious as our mothers used to be. Maybe because they also have to go and work, and they leave their children to their maids. This maid who also doesn't know what to do. And the mothers of nowadays are also young. They also grow up in the hands of maids.
Right.
When you look at a sanitary towel, because I was like, can't parents teach their children to make these local sanitary pads? And they were like, we also don't know. But when we were growing up in school, we used to learn how you get a thread and you make these things. But they also don't know. And even if they know, they are so busy. Gone are the days when fathers used to go and look for foods and everything on the table. But also the mothers have to go and look for maybe school fees. Then the dad looks for foods. So that's the life.
I have a tricky one for you.
Yeah.
Do you support mothers looking for food as well?
Mothers
Do you support a double hustle?
I do, because when I look at the economy, it's not really good. It's not doing well. So if I have the opportunity to go and look for food, why not? I go look for food and I support my husband.
So then that means you want these numbers to continue.
Which numbers?
The numbers of the girls who are getting spoiled because of lack of parents' guidance.
I think parents should be responsible enough. We have to get a timetable.
Right.
I'm also a mother, but I have time for my family. For me, you'll never get me on weekend.
So, why I'm putting you on the wall is I want you to explain distinctively what a young parent should do. So when you set time with your children, what? Stories? What exactly?
When you're with your children, you get to learn them. When you produce a child, you never know that this boy or girl is growing up because you're the mother.
Right.
You think your child is always young. But when you make this child your friend, you have some dialogue. You get to know that, hey, my child is growing. Yeah. She's turning into a big boy or a big girl.
Right.
So to me, I was telling you that for me on weekend, I'm always at my home.
So how?
Because I work from Monday to Friday, but on Saturday, it's home for my kids.
So, for instance, I know mudala gwe akola okuva ku Sunday paka ku Sunday.
Still, you have to get time.
Nkola mu katale weekend eno gwe gy'owumudde kubanga weekend gy'owumudde gy'ogenda okutuma abantu okugula emmere.
Anti kati kiri bwe kiti nti tukolera abaana at the end of the day. Kati n'onookera buli kanaku mu katale ng'abaana bano tubawadde budde. It's very, very bad. Okulaba all the energy you put in ng'ekufudde. But it's very exciting and you feel good. Nti okuze and these young children, abaana babali abato, they are big and have responsibility. They can look after you. Ni just imagine nga wazaala abaana, you're busy in katale, tubawadde budde and they're all spoiled.
What do you have to say about this? When we were growing up in school, you would find abaana abamu nga okuddayo for holiday. Bamuwa pocket money, ne n'abeera ku ssomero, even holiday n'abeera ne mumusangayo. Now, a child like that emotionally, what do you have to say about that?
It's not right. Okubenga parents are not even serious. Do you know that parents send boda guys to go and pick their girls from school?
Exactly.
Imagine omuwala alina breasts n'omwa boda boda mbu go and pick my child. Obeera okola ki really? We need to get time for our children. Our children are our future. Gojja kudda olowooze nti you're busy working or face stress as you grow up. Pressure ekulinnye ng'abaana bakufuukidde ekitalo. Bano abaana bajja na kututta if you do not prepare them well.
I'm telling you. But do you think this negligence has done a lot to the quality of children or citizens that we're becoming? Yes. The negligence of our parents.
Yes, too much. It's actually one of the major factors. When you live alone, also the poverty, because nobody descended to worry, but also negligence. Because for me, I didn't grow up from a very rich family. It was really a humble family.
But it was responsible.
It was a very responsible family.
Right.
So parents should be responsible. And we have to talk to our children. Nti omwana ne waba alimbiddwa, agamba no. Kanguminkize, let me be patient. My mom will afford the little thing, the little ketujja okugabana. No mwana wotambeera naye to learn you. Maybe mommy does not mind. Akera mukatale, she has money. Nenga mbutufu ino busente butini. So let's make our children our friends. Omwana asobola okukula in a very humble family, but very responsible. And at the end of the day, nabeera so useful in this world.
All right, with empowerment of the girl, child, and women by Dr. Kulthum. What is the time that these girls have with you or with the foundation? Is it a lifetime thing? Like what is the gestation period of your arrangement with these
Actually,
girls?
what normally happens when a girl comes to us, one, they may come for bursaries. We have schools that we've partnered with, like Kakunguru High in Bombo. We thank you so much. But for bursaries for our girls. Others can come for skilling. We do have a skilling center. And when you learn how to make cakes, to make bangles, to make decoration, okusiba enviiri, ebintu ebingi ebya skilling, wayiga tumuleka n'agenda. But it's very unfortunate, they still come back to us. I'm telling you. Kubanga tebalina mirimu. They do not have capital to start up the salons, to buy the decoration material. They still come back to us. So it's like it's a cycle. Recycling.
It's a vicious cycle. But how now then do we address that?
I call upon, I think, the public, yes, to come and be part of us. Bagule kubaana bano ebintu bino n'okuyambako okubatuweera emirimu. Nti omwana aba tumaze okumusomesa like ngali good at hairdressing. Owa saluni amutuyitire amuwa omulimu. Oba ali good at making cakes. Fahad amuwe ku mulimu abeere part of the family or the cake making. So I call upon the public to come and buy the products of these young girls, the teenage mothers and these other vulnerable girls. Neokuba nti babatuweerako ku mirimu because employment naye efuuse ekizibu eri these girls. Much as they have the skills, but where to practice the skills from, nakyo kizibu.
Right. So for you who is watching, Dr. Kulthum is actually echoing, if I may echo what she's trying to say, is that when you give this girl a job or buy these products, buy these cakes, beads, bangles, like you said, you're buying a story behind this hustle. So all you need to do is come out, give them jobs, buy their products. The products are on sale?
They are.
Yeah. So support them, come to Empowerment by Dr. Kulthum and buy all these products because you're buying a story. I'm telling you. Now it's 62 days to go for the WCI Forum happening in Turkey on the 16th and the 17th of March. Now for you who has not registered, the .NET agency is right here at Salama Road in Munyonyo. And they are ready waiting for you so that you can get that visa, meet those top Turkish manufacturers that you just dreamt about, your business moguls that you just dreamt about. .NET agency is here actually to connect you, but do not go away, we're coming back.
Would you like to do business with Turkey? Join the 6th International Business Forum to be held in Ankara from March the 16th to 17th. Meet the most powerful producers in Turkey and create collaborations with them. Make agency agreements for representations. Participate in B2B business meetings with companies from various industries such as construction, mining, textiles, food, agriculture, machinery, automotive, fast food and general trade. Book your place in a perfect organisation now. Join the forum to be held in Ankara from March the 16th to 17th, 2022. Our programme is as follows. Business Forum for 2 days. 1 day Baluabant Nature Tour, Snow Holiday daily. Take advantage of the limited availability to have your place. Submit your application to be part of the amazing programme. The 6th WCI Forum Turkey, the 16th to 17th of March 2022, Ankara.
All right, now if you're just joining us, I'm afraid you've missed quite the last 2 segments of this very lovely episode of the Market Code. This has actually been business. Yes, we're promoting products, but products with a story. Dr. Kulthum here has a heart for women, a heart for the girl child.
Abasajja tubafaako naye kati yeah abakyala bane basinga okuba so vulnerable kubanga kati omukyala when for me you know I have a true story to tell. Right. When my husband died, much as I was a powerful woman, educated, tebatya to throw me out of the house. Negwa ate omusajja ani akugoba. So I feel ladies need a lot of support. Abakyala bangi abasajja babadduseko their single mothers. Era bana kakizibu nnyo okuwulira nti omukyala yakozesa omwana we. Ninga tekyangu nnyo okukiwulira nti ate omusajja yakozesa muwala we.
Are they just mad? How can you end up on your child?
I think lack of morals and ethics, faith in you. Yeah, and those I'm
telling you.
Yeah,
just picking up on that. What we're having, what you're addressing right now with these girls, what do you think are some of the causes of such occurrences? You know, this one comes up, I'm pregnant. I'm just 16 and I'm pregnant. What do you think are some of the causes?
Of course, there are very many factors. The negligence of the parents. Yeah, because when we were interacting with these girls, especially during the COVID lockdown, it's my brother-in-law. Kuraki omuzadde okwata omuwala wo omutwale wa mulamu wabeereyo. Beera n'omwana wo.
Economy.
Beera n'omwana wo. Because ate kiri ekizibu kye kisinga obunene kyagenda okufuna. Ffe twakula tetuwummula. We used to stay in home ne parents baffe. Ne kati omwana mukulu akuzeekuzemu omutute wa sister we mbugenda owummule. Kati what do you expect from there?
Sister ali mu muzigo bali wano bwe bati.
Kitegeera. So abazadde tulina okwebereramu. We have to get serious about our children. Ekira maybe also the peer pressure. Nti munange ali bwati nange nimyeso get a boyfriend. Let me see how it will be fun. Peer pressure neeretera abaana ekizibu. Also,
but where's government in all this? I like when someone says government is not doing its job, but you're not talking about the government.
I think government does, but the problem is big. Government. When will government know that your husband is busy using your girl? It starts with us, the mothers, to be so protective. It's us, the mothers. In-laws. It's you, the mother, okulaba nti omwana ono ayogera ddi ne house boy and about what? Ekitegeera ffe bamama twebereremu. We shouldn't wait for government to come into our homes mubalabe and put things in order.
Right, right. You just slid into my next question where I'm thinking, what are some of those remedies like the ones you're using with empowerment, because you don't want this to continue. So you're saying these cases that are here, let's work on them, but it should stop. So what are some of the remedies you're using?
I think the remedies that I'm using, one, counseling and guidance. Yeah. I have a lady who told me that, I have a problem. My husband is using my girl, but I failed to handle it. I need you to speak to this girl. And when I spoke to that girl, first she was in love. She didn't want to listen. No. She was seriously in love. She didn't want to listen. But later, she realized her mistake.
So she consented?
Yes. She consented. And she didn't want to know whatever the mother was telling her. But later, she realized her mistake, really. Kati, we do guidance and counseling. Banabana betaga psychosocial support. It's just the peer pressure. Because they are young, really. I saw some video moving on social media of a girl who got pregnant at 11 years. Kati omwana 11 years, really, abamanyi kyakola. Abatamanyi.
But this is really emotional.
Yeah.
Because I would actually let you slide this again for you to call partners, because this is a very emotional thing that needs to really be addressed.
Yes, I think fellow ladies out there should be part of this campaign to support a girl child. A girl child is very vulnerable, very vulnerable. In just 3 minutes, the future can be all destroyed.
Right.
Much as we also need to support the men, because these boys also, when they fall into trap, maybe he has stolen, bakuba kumutwe. Ne atono mwana obuwala bambi ye talinayo second chance.
Right, so as the public is coming to help you, I also think you need to re-echo why these people should really buy these products. Because with such a story, and because it's not the girl's fault, some of them are raped, I think it's a right cause for people to support their products.
Yes, they should really, because at the end of the day, these girls need capital. If these girls are not economically empowered, they'll still go on streets. These are very beautiful products, the nice necklaces, nice bangles. They do very good cakes. Yes, even much better. That way. I think their life will be changed.
So just maybe briefly bring us up to speed with your endeavors, getting them jobs. So you move company to company, introducing your foundation, and you have people who need jobs. How are you doing that, and how can they help you?
Actually, just like I'm talking to you now, and people are viewing us. It's how I do it. I normally talk to people whenever I get a chance, and I tell them, you know what, I have my girls at home or in a training center, but they're good at catering, they're good at hairdressing, or makeup. But still the need is still enormous. Abana bachetaga okukola ki okusupporting kubanga bangi abana bawala bangi, our population is more than the men.
Yes.
I don't know why nebawala bangi okusingako abalenzi.
Right.
So I call upon the public to really come and support my girls, because they really have a story to tell, and they need to be empowered. And a girl is the mother of the nation, really.
Right. So they need to be nurtured as women. But we have a few minutes to go. But before we go, if you can read out your number so I can have it on the screen. So people
thank you.
Can,
my number is 0782 248510. I support orphans. I do have a school, but these orphans do not pay any school fees. Well, yes, when I lost my hubby and I saw my boy struggling, I realized that orphans really need support.
Yeah.
So I have a school. Orphans do not pay any school fees. It's a primary school. When you're there out and you have an orphan, reach me on 0782 248510. Together, we can make this world a better place.
Right. So let's just talk about this orphanage school. You know, you're doing so many things, but you're letting them slide.
Yeah.
This orphan school, so someone just walks in, that's it?
Actually, it's not an orphan school. I had started it to make business.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the foundation was to make business. But when I lost my husband in the middle,
the reality kicked in.
Yes, and I realized that orphans were really having a challenge. When your dad is not around and your mom, no one cares. No one cares. Yes, it's when the relatives come. But when I lost my husband, I really saw I need to support these orphans. So that's how I brought the orphans into my school. So they just come in.
So for someone who is watching and they want to support your school, what do they do? Logistics, what do they do? And they just want to support you for the cause.
I will be so humbled. Because you know these orphans, of course, need dresses, they need food, they need books, they need uniform. Yes, those basic needs.
So a girl right now is watching you probably in Chibuli, Chikuba, Mutwe, Nalia, and Zambia, and they're saying, okay, you're a very strong woman, I want to be like you, what do I do?
What do they want to be like me? One, when I was a young girl, growing up, I had faith. One, you have to have faith. Spiritually, God is around us and He's ready to support us.
So very important. Number one is God.
God. The other thing is you need to be very hardworking, so resilient. You must have a vision. You must know what you want. You know? You must know what you want. So sikubera unti ogenda na bigenda bano badde nawe n'ogenda eno olina okukula ng'omanyi ky'oyagala nti I want to be like Dr. Kulthum.
So all these virtues, you've grown them over time?
Yes. For me, I had my role models. I had my teacher, Mrs. Chibirige. I used to love her. I was like, I want to be like that teacher. No wonder I went into education because she was my role model.
Before, you're talking about education. The lady we are talking to has a doctorate. I mean a Ph.D.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Let's just talk about that. How, at a very young age, and here we are.
What do you want to talk about my Ph.D.?
How do you say, okay, I want to go further and further? So how do you get the zeal and say, okay, I want to continue?
And like I've told you that you need to know what you want. And you're resilient. Or to achieve what you want. For me, I want to do business. I want to be a rich person. Right. Let me save, let me kutega one so that I grow into a big business person. And so my passion was in books. I was reading so hard. I had sleepless nights. I'm so serious. And normally what you sow is what you reap. Yes, our teachers used to tell us that chosiga chokungula. Right. You cannot plant matoke and you expect to harvest rice. The effort you put in are the results.
Right.
So abana abawala bali yeyo balina okumanya nti balina okuteekamu amaanyi okubeera that good product at the end of the day. And it's very nice to be successful in this world. Nga yoli empowered, nga teri akulinya ku mutwe. Banaye nga kirungi. Our girls bali used in bujangu tukuwa omulimu soko okole bwoti. But I feel so good. Nti tabakyempita nakola interview. They just haja tijja tuyambeko wano doctor. Come and support us here. Nzani, and that girl out there can be
can
like
also
me.
You can also do
like
it.
Me.
It's words of wisdom. But doctor, our time is really well spent, and I have to close the show for now. But I have to let this slide in.
Okay.
Abana abawala ku myaka emito abeeyonona bali mu shisha, bali mu kunywa sigala. The causes are really endless. As some of them are these, maybe they're emotionally perturbed. But what is your take on it? They're going out to have fun, but they end up taking these toxic drugs, they're smoking. What do we do for that now?
I think, like I said, they need good parenting.
So it goes back to the roots.
Back to the parents, because it starts with you as a parent. Teacher tanayamba mwana wo, oba government, oba neighbor. Kitandike naffe abazadde. Talk to your child. Tibunanga nno shesho yo si mulungi. Groups si nnungi. Ebirungi biri mu maaso. Weekuume. Nti naffe tetwali bintu birungi nnyo. But as we grow up, we're patient. Here we are.
Nekakati ebinyuma for you to be cool. Okuba owakabi. Shisha, because all the beautiful girls are taking shisha.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, in the long run, obulamu bwo bukosa.
But do
you
these
may
girls
feel
know
nice.
it? Doctor, do these girls know it?
They don't know. I don't think they know. But ubanga bachikola out of fun and peer pressure, need to mind the long-term results.
I am telling you, so much words of wisdom here. But do you have any events or anything that is coming up where you'll be talking to these people? Should we expect anything? Because this time on TV is not enough. People need to get a lot more of these seminars, webinars, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm actually with my colleague, Hajat Zamzam, we are organizing a graduation ceremony. During the lockdown, we were able to collect 200 girls.
Oh,
and we've been skilling them in the different areas. So around 30th Jan, we will have that big graduation, and it will be a big day.
All right, so is it for everyone? Is it invite only? Is Shadrach invited? What's happening?
I'll invite you. I'll organize. I think it will be an open invitation because girls have to see.
Yes.
And they have to come and see and appreciate and love. Begombe ko bagambe kale senga nange nasoma kino senga nange najja you know banga banji bazaala, and we thank God out of the 200 no one got pregnant.
Right.
Yeah.
God is great. But under 30 seconds, your last words to the people watching this so we can close the show.
My last words, I thank you so much for watching us. And I call upon every parent where you are, every parent, every relative to take our responsibility. All the girls, we have to know where we're coming from. Togenda kubera excited because of the peer pressure, because of your friends, and to other people out there, abayina omutima omulungi, please come and support me. We need to support these girls.
Right.
Yeah, and when we work together, this world can be a better place, really.
I'm telling you, one time a man told me that a philanthropist has a heart like that of a god, because all they do, all they think is helping and making the world a better place. But from me and the entire DBS management would like to sign out, like to say good night, good luck, adios for God and my country, and may God bless this beautiful Uganda. Until next week, now more than ever, I'm yours truly, Shadrach Shagaf Kisame.
In this generation and on, early digital literacy will have a huge impact on self-development and strategic intelligence. .NET Hub is cracking the future's code. Kids Who Code is a youth-based circuit program at .NET Hub. This is an initiative to help the kids begin their engineering journey, guiding them and activating their intuition abilities. Learning how to assemble robot systems, and learning how to communicate with these machines. Learning coding is the only way to stay competitive in this emerging technology growth and global technology market. The future doesn't just happen. Future gets happened. Embrace technology. Have your child enrolled this holiday? The future is in technology, and brighter future lies in transcending it. Let's live and lead. Join the Hub community today for AI, machine learning, smart technologies and software development. Visit .NET Hub today at Car Boomer Stage, Sir Lumamunua Neo Road. Contact the Hub on 0200 904 050 or at www.dotnetug.com.